because you want to make sure you're maximizing your dollar with those investments and not making anything, making the changes that won't really make you any additional money.
Everything that's going on with COVID-19, I guess, what has that been like for you as a real estate?
So real estate is considered an essential service in just about every state.
Okay.
So what we've seen is there's been some changes in the rules, right? So how we can show houses, that type of thing, how houses can be inspected. There's
Mhm.
some rules around that have changed a little bit. Even when it comes to the closing table, when you're going to the attorney,
Okay.
close. So some of the rules have changed around that. But real estate is continuing to happen. Buyers and sellers are still in the market, and our market is still moving.
Okay, okay, that's good to hear. Now, I guess before we get too deep into that, like, kind of what's your background? How'd you get into real estate, and are you even from Charlotte?
That's a great question. Okay, so I'm not from Charlotte originally.
Okay.
I'm originally from Mississippi.
Mhm.
So came to Charlotte several years back, and I got started in real estate because it's something that I always wanted to do. So my started in real estate first came from investing. So I've
Mhm.
been an investor for about 8 years now, and then later decided to get my real estate license when I moved to the Charlotte area, and I'm currently licensed in North Carolina and South Carolina.
Okay, and I think that's a big thing because when you're looking at buying properties, or even if you're looking to be an investor in property, it's always good to work with someone who's actually gone through it, who knows the process.
Yeah, yep. I have almost two handfuls under my belt when it
Okay.
comes to buying and selling property. So that's on a personal level.
Okay. Okay. Nice. So I guess now that I mean, with everything going on with the COVID-19, what has been kind of the attitude of sellers? Have people been kind of wanting to wait to sell until this kind of dies down, or?
Yeah, good question. We've kind of seen both on both sides. So my team and I have seen people that, hey, we want to wait to see what happens with this, see how long it lasts, right? Because it started right in the middle of the spring market when a lot of
Mhm.
people are moving, right? Or especially those that have children, they prefer to move during the summertime if they have
Okay.
kids of age where they're going to elementary or secondary school. Um, so they normally wait for the summertime, and that has caused a little anxiety around whether they want to wait to
Mhm.
do it in June or July or do it right now. What I was saying on the other side is some folks are predicting um, that the market might get stale, right? And that
Okay.
it might not continue to grow. So some sellers are taking advantage right now of what the market looks like in present day. So they say, hey, we know that the numbers look good right now. We don't know what they're going to look like
Mhm.
6 or 8 months from now. So maybe we should go ahead and make a decision to move forward now, especially when we're still in a seller's market in this region. We've seen kind of both sides of that spectrum.
Okay, and I think that's interesting because I've had some people even mention, I've heard people talking that, hey, prices will probably go down after this. So if you're looking to buy, wait till afterwards. And I think, like I said, I've heard some people, I guess, say the opposite of like, hey, you know what, now is the time to buy right now because you're not sure what things are gonna look like.
Yeah, and this is a very unique situation. So it's not like your normal economic downturn, right? When
Mhm.
you have where folks are losing jobs and the unemployment rate is going up, right? But this has been caused by a health crisis
Yeah.
versus uh, uh, balloon or a bubble
Hmm.
in the market. So that's kind of the difference here, and it's hard to predict because in modern times this hasn't happened before in the United States. So
Gotcha.
we're kind of in a wait and see or watch and see type of situation with most of it. But again, with real estate, things are moving forward pretty quickly. Now, there
Okay.
have been some changes in the mortgage industry.
Hmm.
And so some lenders have become more strict on
Okay.
how they lend out money.
Hmm. Yeah, because I was going to ask about that next is with what's going on in the market. I mean, people that may be wanting to buy, are you finding that people are finding it challenging to find the financing to execute the deals that they're interested in?
I've definitely had some clients that decide to switch lenders because some
Okay.
lenders have decided to suspend some of their programs. So, say for instance, the down payment assistance programs that are available to first-time homebuyers. In some states, in some situations, they have suspended those programs. So maybe
Mhm.
the $5,000 that that person was counting on from a special program is no longer available. They may
Okay.
decide to switch to a different lender that is still offering that program or something similar. So again,
Okay.
there's kind of a mix in the market where there are some lenders that are still very lenient with your credit score and your income
Mhm.
requirements, and then there's some that have become a little more strict.
Okay. Okay. So during this time right now, if a person wants to sell their home, and what are some of the things that they can do to kind of put themselves in a good position to do that? Even though like
Well,
you can't do a lot of like the normal in houses and because of the social distancing, like what can they actually do now to put themselves in a good position?
that's a great question. So this is a great time to make those updates. So
Mhm.
go in and make sure you have neutral colors on the wall, fresh paint. Any of those projects that you're going to do with the bathrooms or kitchen, this is the perfect time to do those. Make
Okay.
sure you contact a real estate professional first because you want to make sure you're maximizing your dollar with those investments and not making anything, making the changes that won't really make you any additional money. So you really
Okay.
put yourself in a mindset of this is no longer my house if I'm looking to sell it.
Hmm.
What does the next person want in this
Hmm.
house, not what I
Okay.
personally want. So that's the best thing to kind of get yourself in the position for that. In addition to that, as you said before, open houses are really not happening right now,
Yeah.
and based on government restrictions. So right now, we're really focusing on a lot of virtual um, services.
Okay.
So when it comes to, we've heard of a system called Matterport, where you can kind of do a self tour through a house on your
Hmm.
computer or your phone.
Okay.
And of course, focusing on excellent pictures.
Okay.
Even before the market shifted a little bit, the majority of buyers, of course, look at houses online
Hmm.
first.
Yes.
So 95% of the time, they're going to look at it online. That's where you make your first impression. So that's
Hmm.
always the most important thing in addition to the price.
No, I think that that is a really good point because I know when we were selling our home in Cincinnati, that was one of the advice or tips we got about is like, hey, the pictures have to really help sell the first impression. So we actually hired someone, a professional, to come in and take pictures. Went through, did all the cleaning,
Mhm.
updating things, and I think that helped the process a lot.
Absolutely. And one thing to add to that as well is staging. So
Hmm.
we are basically asking and pushing all of our sellers that are thinking about selling right now to have their house either staged or have a virtual staging consultation to kind of
Okay.
get tips on what they should do to make sure their furniture is positioned correctly. They have the pictures in the right spots on the walls.
Hmm.
So all that stuff makes your house um, present in a better light.
Okay, okay. Now to clear up something, when you talk about, if you're going to do renovation projects, you want to focus on those things that are going to add value. In a typical situation, what are some of those things that, hey, these are projects that add value to the home?
Well, okay, so one of the biggest ones that you're
Hmm.
always going to get a return on your investment, uh, sometimes 150% or more,
Okay,
is fresh paint. So if you can do
okay.
fresh paint on the inside or exterior, that's always great. Flooring is another one.
Mhm.
Um, and of course, the two you hear about all the time, right, are kitchens and bathrooms.
Yes.
So any updates you can do to the kitchen and bathrooms, those are great. One thing I would like to add to that as well is curb appeal.
Okay.
So it's the springtime. You want to make sure you have some nice colorful flowers out front. Make sure your lawn is manicured and that
Mhm.
you're keeping that up. That's always great.
Okay. Okay. Nice. So, okay, how can people get in touch with you if they're looking to sell or looking to buy? How can they get in touch with you?
Yeah. So you can reach me on Facebook. You can reach me on my phone. several other social media sites. Our team name is Premier Home Advisors. So on all social sites, you can find us at Premier Home Advisors, Ed Keller Williams Valentine. So Premier Home Advisors. And my phone number is 980-349-6992. And alternate number is 601-529-9713.
Awesome, awesome. And we'll definitely add a one pager so all your contact information is there. So if anybody's looking to buy or sell a home, or you're looking to invest in real estate property, the Vincent is your guy to go to.